Hello, my loyal viewers. It is I, Russell Van Dragonson, at your service with another episode of Magic Movie Reviews. That's right, on Wicked for Good. Witches be crazy, am I right? I watched it in the theater with a friend of mine and my brothers and sisters. Boy, did I have fun with this one. Actually, it changed me. That tagline was not kidding. I fell in love with this film. Like, as soon as the first frame showed up with the logo and everything, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be good. I love how, just like in part one, they had the black and white opening title. Love that. Just love this one. It's just so well done, and you could tell the filmmakers and cast cared about this one. I love how the two characters you saw in the first movie, the Asian guy or whatever, and the fat chick, were only in like a few scenes this time. And I love how Fiyero, Fiyero in this one, he's a scarecrow, obviously. Spoiler alert, but, yeah, Fiyero is like the prince, right? So he's like, oh, Fiyero still has feelings for Elphaba, the witch. Elphaba and him are still lovers, like, they still love each other. Meanwhile, the witch, her sister, Nessa Rose, still loves Boq, but Boq still loves Glinda, and Glinda still loves Fiyero. There's a bit of, like, a romantic triangle there. And then Elphaba's like, and then Nessa Rose, summons Elphaba. Elphaba shows up, like, after, she tries to form a rebellion with the animals and doesn't work due to the Cowardly Lion showing up, implying that, and saying that he was the cub that she let out of the cage in the first part. So the Cowardly Lion basically told everyone that she's the one behind the monkeys, and she told them and everything, blah 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 blah. And the bear that raised her ended up leaving. So they end up leaving Oz into a tunnel, and then it's like, oh no, because these animals are being so mistreated. So the witch, Elphaba, has to save these animals and try to help them take back what's theirs, because they used to talk and whatnot. But they're being silenced by the wizard, who's a bunch of bullshit. So she's like, trying to tell them that the wizard lies, but Madame Morrible is like, oh, hell no. And she's trying to, like, switch the narrative that she's evil and she's trying to kill everyone, when in actuality she's not. So Nessa Rose, Elphaba shows up, and Nessa Rose says, like, please make Boq love me again. And so she's like, gives her, like, powers through the Grimoire that she stole from. So, she tries that, but then the shoes end up flying, and then Boq's like, oh no, like, I still love Glinda. And, she ends up trying to read the book, and ends up turning Boq into the Tin Man. And then the Tin Man is like, you witch, what did you do? And she's like, it was Elphaba. So she's like, I'm gonna kill that fucker. And she's like, then Madame Morrible's like, trying to use Glinda as, like, the witch of good by having her engaged to Fiyero. But Fiyero, you could tell that he still loves her, and vice versa. So then Elphaba goes to see the wizard, and they talk to each other for a little while, right? And they have a little talk with them and Glinda, and they're like, let's team up, we need to do this together. But she's like, hell no. It's like, she wants the animals to be freed. But she sees the animals in cages, and she's like, hell no, let them out. And then she lets them out with magic, and then has the wizard run away, and then the wizard runs, and then, like, and then the animals attack in the middle of Fiyero and Glinda's wedding, and it's like, holy shit, And Madame Horrible gets her comeuppance by getting her face splatted on the cake. And just look at this fucking trailer footage. It works so well.
Elphaba Throp, I know you're out here. Just come in before the monkeys spot you.
There's no going back. This is between us, the wizard, and I.
The Wicked Witch can't elude us forever. Not with Prince Fiero and his squadron hot on her trail.
No good deed goes unpunished. That's my creed.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. No one believed in you more than I did.
Elphaba. They're coming for you.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Think of what we could do together.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant war. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West.
For a while there, I thought you changed.
I have changed.
It's time. For both of us.
To fly! Because I knew you.
You're the only friend I ever had.
Because I knew you.
And I've had so many friends.
I have been changed for good.
But only one that mattered.
I'm off to see the wizard.
It's incredible. Because, like, you could tell that Glinda and Elphaba are still friends, even though they're divided by political choices. Why does that sound familiar? And it's like a cult, the Ozians and the Wizards. And the Wizard, him and Madame Morrible have really manipulated the Ozian people. Where have I heard that before? Anyway, Fiero ends up betraying the Wizard and Glinda, and he, like, points a pistol at the Wizard and makes him go in a cage, and him and Glinda go off to their secret place, and they, like, make out and stuff, and they're, like, in love. Meanwhile, Glinda's crying like a bitch. So then, like, after that, Madame Morrible makes a tornado and kills Elphaba's sister. Just straight up kills her. Just crashes up by crashing Dorothy's house into it. And that's where Dorothy comes in, where Dorothy shows up. We don't see her face, but she's like, she shows up and she goes, you know, follows the yellow brick road, like the story goes. But then, Elphaba shows up and she's like, oh my god, what did you do to my sister? Why did you give her the shoes? And, they have a little bit of a fight after they slap each other, which is fucking hilarious. And then, like, after a big fight, Fiero and the guards show up, the Winky guards kidnap, Elphaba, they capture her, and then they end up, then Fiero shows up and lets them go, and they let her go, and, then Fiero gets arrested, and, they end up killing him. But she uses a spell to bring him back to life in the form of the Scarecrow. So the Scarecrow is Fiero. So it's like they love each other, but then it's like they think he's dead because, like, night comes, the Tin Man shows up with the Cowardly Lion and everybody else, and Dorothy. They all show up, they talk to the wizard about bringing the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West, and the witch, they go, and then she's like, and then everyone's like, kill her, kill her, kill her, and you could tell that Bach, who is the Tin Man, is so upset with them, and like, he stares at Glinda's eyes, and he's like super angry, he's like, fuck you, bitch, and, so then Glinda joins up with Elphaba in the castle after she has her monkeys kidnap Dorothy, and Elphaba gives Glinda the book, the Grimoire, and she's like, just go without me, and like they have a little song number where they tell each other how much of the friends they are, and then they're ending things, and then like and then it's like, oh my god, you know. Then the people show up, then Glinda's sent away, like, through the door, and she watches as Dorothy pours water on the witch, and the witch melts. She thinks she's dead, and it's like, oh my god, so sad. But, then, Dorothy's sent home, and the Glinda, takes out the wizard, and like he banishes the wizard because it turns out that the wizard is actually Elphaba's real father, and that's why she had powers. It's because she was the daughter of both worlds, Oz and where he comes from, where the wizard comes from. So the wizard is sent away, and Madame Morrible is taken away by the monkeys and implied to be put in a cage, and I assume that Glinda tries to clear Elphaba's name, much to her dismay. And then Elphaba, turns out, is alive. She comes out of the trap door, and Fiyero, as the Scarecrow, is like, hey, I'm alive. And it's like they go beyond Oz together. And she uses her magic to open the Grimoire, implying that that she's still alive, and Elphaba and her have a final song together, and that's how the movie ends. The whole film is beautiful. The Emerald City, all of it's beautiful. The sets are beautiful. The effects are wonderful. The music is awe-inspiring. It's genius. The entire film is a very great continuation of the story that the first movie left off. It's very well done. Wicked Part 1 is great, and Wicked 2 is great. They're both really well done, and I highly recommend them both. Both get a 12 out of 10. They're both amazing. I love them very much, and I find that relatable, where Elphaba, the witch, is like falsely labeled as a monster, as I'm autistic, so like I was also falsely labeled as a monster all the time when I was a kid. Because I was different, I had different beliefs and whatnot. It was just a very dark time. So, those two, like, are so good, and it's just such a great, musical, and I recommend the film to anyone. It deserves to be more timeless than the original Wizard of Oz. That is what I'm going to say. It deserves it. So, go out, get to the theaters, and watch it. That's all I can say. So I'll be on my way. Russell, my dear, it's time to go. We've got some things to do, remember? Of course, Al. There's no fight we cannot win. Just you and I defying gravity. With you and I defying gravity. They'll never bring us down.